Well, good afternoon and welcome to the 24 hours of Nürburgring from ERF. We are just starting our outlap here for the first stint. We're very excited for this. It's been a long time coming, this 24-hour event. It's took a lot of preparation and a lot of organisation from the teams and the guys behind the scenes. I am PonyBoy. I will be your streamer for the first 2 hours until I do hand it over to another member of our streaming team who've all volunteered to help throughout today. But we do have 14 teams on the grid as we do start our formation lap. Well, it's not a lap around here. Let's just get the stream up and see if anybody's joined us. Yeah, we do have 6 watching so far. Thanks for tuning in, guys. As we watch our pole position man there for Team R8 in the number 24 Nissan GTR. Team Race Asylum setting an outstanding pole lap yesterday. I believe it was a 7:59. I think they were the only ones just under the 8 minute mark. Obviously this being a very long track. I'm looking forward to getting this underway. Everyone trying to get a little bit of temperature into their tyres. Distinct Marco there in P2 in the GTR, the number 51 car for Team CPTL. Nice dashing black and red livery there. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Afternoon, JeGr. Yes, lots of familiar names now starting to pop up in the chat. Good afternoon, all guys, and thanks for tuning in. We have got a very long way to go in this race, and we can't wait to get this underway. How obviously a challenging track to do it over 24 hours. I'm sure we're going to see some really good action here. And we have the Lexus. Very, very, very colourful Lexus there in P3. The number 56 car for Clockwork Motorsport team. Driven in this stint by our friend there, Noir and Teres. Not sure I've had the pleasure of commentating on any of his races before, so good to see some new faces. Well, new names, because we don't get to see their faces, but we can have a look at their shiny helmets later. I wish we still had helmet cam like we did in sport, but never mind. Then we have a McLaren in P4. The number 666 McLaren. Oh, our good friends at the Ready to Race team. And the Golf BMW there, driven by Mike. The number 33 car. For our good friends over at MRL. Jefferson in the first of the GTSV cars in the BMW M6, the number 68 car. GTSV with 2 cars running today. ERF and GTSV. Well, GTSV do give a lot of support to ERF events. Quite often chucking in more than one car, as with MRL and Race Asylum as well, and Ready to Race. All of you guys, great to see here. Speed Hunter. In that lovely Team TDR design AMG, the number 17 car there. And the lovely McLaren there. Again, of our friends at ERL, the number 44 car. It's stint driven by Welshie, and then P9. What do we have there? We have another BMW there. Look at that lovely classic BMW livery there as well. Well, the other Team TDR car, the number 16. Driven in this stint by Tom Soft. And we have the first Porsche we've seen today. Is it the only one we have racing? No, we do have a couple of Porsches racing, I believe. I do like this livery though. The Project Revolution team, number 88 car. The Mercedes there. End Station Gaming. Driving there for the team Full Send. The number 22 AMG. And the second of the GTSV cars. The number 67 car. And the G-Force Racing Porsche, number 997. Shouts out to the Porsche. And last but not least, lovely looking GTR there. Driven by Toro for the DC team. The number 10 car. Mr. T there making sure everything's overseen. As you can see though, he does want a 2-car gap between each car as we approach the start finish line. This is just building the tension though. Can't wait to hear them revs rising and them tyres screeching. There will be plenty of facts and figures to go through from the Nürburgring. It is such an amazing track with amazing history. And I wish we did see more real life racing from there, but you can understand why as well. It would take a hell of a lot of organisation these days. And we have 52 people joining us on stream already. That's amazing. Thanks everyone for tuning in so far. Obviously everything will get a little more exciting once the green light drops. And we can go, go, go. This does seem like the longest lap of the Nürburgring ever. And I do actually have a map of all the corner names. I will at some point during the 24 hours make an attempt at saying them all. And I'm sure you help me if I get it all wrong. Yes, just a reminder that the servers, there is nothing we can do about that, but the cars do look a lot less twitchy than they have been lately, so this is a good sign at the start. And we do know Mr. T will be hosting quite a few of the lobbies, so let's hope they stay that way throughout the day, and through everybody else's as well. It is always awful when you do lose somebody through a disconnect. Lots of shout outs to Race Asylum team in the chat. Obviously I will get round to you guys. Yeah, say good afternoon all, Chronic, Slugsy, Mythical Ost, Thieves. Oh, lots of you. I'm not going to go through everybody just now, but I will join in the chat with you guys at some point. As we do start building slowly through the mini carousel. Before we come through the double right-hander and onto the long straight. Imagine what it's been like in the driver's seat at this pace. The tension would be building. Everyone getting an extra wiggle on now, trying to get some temperature into them tyres, ready for the start. And it is the number 24 car of Race Asylum leading the way. Just in front of the number 51 AMG. What a shot with the heat haze of these cars coming over the hill. Snaking their way down this huge straight. Afternoon, Upe and Clarky. As we all start lining up double file. Ready to finally get this race underway. Of the official lap 1 of the official ERF event of 24 hours of the Nürburgring, that 24-hour circuit, and they line up. As we come down at the start finish straight for the first official time. I've said official enough times in the first few seconds, and we are go. And it's a great start from Nick with Distinct Marco in the 51 car, staying in P2. Is it the Lexus still in P3? Yes, it is the 56 car holding its place in P3, but P4 and 5 having a good battle there. Tiny little bit of lag as everybody did group up there. The McLaren having a look. The 666 are ready to race. On the outside of the 56 car in the Lexus. Did look like Jefferson did get a good start up to P5 from P6 in quali. Managed to get a bit of a moment there for the 56 car, the Lexus, losing a couple of paces there, dropping back to P5. And now he's under attack from the 33 M6 there. Just as you say, that seems to get himself a little bit of breathing room. What's going on behind? P44 there in the McLaren. Chasing down Speed Hunter number 17 in the AMG. Meanwhile, at the front we have had a move, and Distinct Marco has managed to squeeze past RA Nick, so the AMG 51 car making a move on the number 24 car. Meanwhile, Jefferson has also got up into P4. Everything very tight at the front. But the 51 AMG getting itself a 7/10 of a second lead over the 24 GTR of Team RA. That's also 5 different cars in the top 5 places. Showing how the bot does seem to be getting better in this game as well. Obviously the times can be done in the car if you know how to drive it. And this is the biggest test of all the cars and all the drivers here at the 24-hour Nürburgring circuit. Mike closed right up to the back of this group. Now is he going to make a move on the 56 Lexus car for the Clockwork Motorsport team? I will get the use of these names by the end of the series. I'm just having to check every now and then still. Looks like a good job there from the Stig in the second GTSV car. Made a few places. He did start in P12. Where is he now? He is up to P9. I know he didn't have a good qualifying session. He has managed to make himself up a good few places. Does seem a P11 for the 22 car. Oh, as we see the 997 Porsche running a little wide there, but keeping it in a straight line, which is very, very important. This battle at the front, really good to watch so far. As you can see, the Lexus 56 car alongside Jefferson here, but he's on the outside here. I don't think he's going to be able to get that move done. And Jefferson is an extremely quick guy, but so are all these guys out the front and throughout most of this pack. And we have got 2 groups forming as well. There's a smaller group forming from P7. And see, Welsh who has got a little bit of a gap, but then you do have Speed Hunter, Stig and Tom Soft closing right up together. What a great first lap of racing these guys are putting on for us. You see Tom Soft there having a look at the back of the second GTSV car, the number 67 car in the AMG. German versus German there. RA Nick right on the back of the 51 car, the team CPTL AMG doing a great job at the front. But the 24 car of RA Nick has closed that gap down. It was up to 7/10 of a second at one point. It's now down to less than 2. And we do seem to have 4 drivers have made a little bit of a break at the front now, with 1.5 seconds behind Jefferson. Back to the 56 Lexus there. For the Clockwork Motorsport teams. Mike still in P6 in the first of the Team MRL cars, but it does look like Welshie is coming to join the party in the number 44 McLaren. Let me make sure it is the number 44 McLaren. Yes, it is. Gap just over a second, so he's just out of the draft at the moment. It'd be really good if he could get as close as he can, as quick as he can, and try and get a bit of draft down this straight. Because last time I checked, that BMW was pretty quick in a straight line. But let's get back at the front where the action was. 51 AMG there has managed to get himself an extra 10th in front of Nick, but this straight and the slipstream is going to bunch these. Look at that for a sight. Imagine having that for 24 hours. We know that's not going to happen, but what a fantastic job everybody is doing so far. As we do see Nick make the move, the slipstream giving him that boost. Jefferson dropped off the back a bit of the ready to race McLaren there, but who's that off? That's Nick off. What has gone on there? We have put a marker in there. We will come back to that very shortly. But I am not sure what happened there, but this has cost Nick massively for the RA team. The number 24 car into the barrier. Hopefully he hasn't got damaged. Oh, and he has dropped right back. Literally to the back, I think. Yeah, P13 for Nick now. And the RA car. And he's in the pits. He must have got damage. Let's find out what happened there, shall we? Sorry to leave the race here. But they are side by side. Oh, I think there may be a steward's look into that. That looks a little bit naughty to me, but it's not for me to say at the moment. I know it wasn't intentional. I think he got a bit slippy on the grass, but really shouldn't be trying to pass on the grass. There was plenty of room either side there. But again, I should not be commenting on any of this. It is not my place, especially while I am live. So that does put the 51 car up into P1 now. And the ready to race car, the 666 McLaren, up into P2, and it has broke this pack up at the front. Jefferson now 1.5 seconds behind. I think probably having to avoid that incident as well, because these guys were right up there, and this has put Welshie up to P4. So I'm presuming I missed some pit stops while I was worrying about that incident. And I think people having to avoid. Oh, I don't know what, because I put a replay on now. I've got all the view on. Let me just get rid of all that at the bottom. As you can see, it shouldn't be doing that. It should just be that. Every time we do a replay, for some reason, he puts all the info back on the screen. But at least it doesn't say, oh, it probably will when we go around the last corner, that everybody needs to refuel. Well, this has put the second of the GTSV cars, the 67 car, up into P6. And Tom Soft in the number 16 BMW. For the Team TDR design guys, still right on the back of the AMG. Of the second GTSV car there. Mike all the way back down in P8 now, so we obviously got mixed up in that. That has cost him what, he was up in P6 at the time, wasn't he? So it's cost him a couple of places. It's cost him at least 3 places. Obviously you've got Nick that's dropped to the back as well. I'm sure he will be fuming. Well, the first of the Porsches. Project Revolution there, the number 88 car. Everyone obviously on purple sectors. This is their first flying lap. And the number 10 car, a DC team in P10, very fitted. And the full send AMG, the number 22 car there in P11. The G-Force Racing car there, the 997. With Nick 16 seconds behind him in P13. We have lost somebody. We are down to 13 teams. Who is it we have lost? We've lost the Team TDR AMG, haven't we? Oh no. So the 51 car with nearly 2-second lead over the ready to race 666 numbered McLaren there in P2, with Jefferson in P3. In the 68 GTSV BMW there. Oh, Team TDR Design had a power cut. Oh, so it wasn't the servers this time, but we'll call it a natural disaster. Again, out of the driver's control there. And obviously nothing we can do here to reintroduce them, but obviously the team will be allowed to restart the next stint, but it will be at the back, unfortunately. But the MRL McLaren doing a great job there, the number 44 car with Welsh behind the wheel. And the 56 Lexus there in P5. Clinging onto the back of Welshie, and slowly it did look like they were catching up to P4, 3 even. Well, that gap looking like it may be opening up a bit as Jefferson starts to stretch his legs in the 68 car. But the gap's still slowly growing at the front now, 2.2 seconds. Nice little group we have got in the battle for P6 here with the 67 car, the AMG driven by the Stig at the moment, and the 16 car. In that classic BMW livery for the first of the Team TDR design cars. Let's hope they don't have a power cut. As it is now the second of the MRL cars, the 33 car in the BMW, in the classic Golf livery as well. Nice to see the classic livery showing the face. He's having a look at the back of the 16 car here, the 33 car. Meanwhile, they're both having a look around the outside of the Stig. Come on, let's get it back on view, and the Stig managed to squeeze himself into the middle. Good job there, not losing 2 places. And nice driving by these guys. Sounded like somebody having a little bit of an incident there behind. Has somebody gone in the pits there? We'll put a marker in just in case we can see what's gone on. As Mike does make a move past the Stig. Can he make it stick? Stig has the inside line. And the 67 car taking the place straight back. But the 33 BMW having a look now round the outside. Great battle, these two, 4P5. This was for P6, this battle, so somebody definitely did go into the pits. I think we've had a few people into the pits. I have put a marker on me, so we'll see what happened there. But there is a battle going on, so I don't like to lose this, but it does look like Tom Soft has made a little bit of a break for it while them two have been battling away. The Stig now dropping back to P6. He's allowing the number 16 car. He has made a little bit of breathing room for himself, but he has got 7.5 seconds to find if he wants to get a piece of the podium, with Jefferson absolutely flying at the minute in P3 in the number 68 car. And he's bringing that gap down to the 666, ready to race McLaren. Down to under 2 seconds again now. Put the gap at the front to P1. In the 51 AMG, driven by Stink Marco. Currently up to 4 seconds, but we do know that there is an investigation into that incident between himself and R.A. Nick. We know it wasn't deliberate, but he definitely did cause an incident. And from where we were standing, we couldn't see any lag, but that doesn't mean that he wasn't experiencing any. That gap now down to 1.5 seconds in the number 68 GTS V car to P2, ready to race McLaren 666. And that's not a phone number. Mark's managed to put 1.2 seconds now between himself and the 67 car of the Stig in P6. And Stoke in that Porsche seems to be bringing that gap down to the Stig as well. And there we see one of the cars that's dropped back there is the Lexus, the number 56 car for the Clockwork Motorsports team. So I did put a marker in, so let's go see what happened there, shall we? See if we can catch it. Oh! Oh, wow, So that's what happened there. Luckily, very, very luckily, for the Clockwork Motorsport guys, got away with absolutely no damage there. But I don't know if I could say the same about the 44 car. So let's get out of this replay. We'll go find Welsh, shall we, on the number 44 car and see if he did get any damage. Again, I'm sure that will be an incident that will be under investigation, but it's kind of hard to tell what went on there. Because I only heard it, I didn't put the marker in quite early enough. But we'll see what we can see from... Yeah, lots of damage for Welshie. And will it allow him to go into the pit? He should be okay because he was this side of the wall. No, he's not going to be able to pit this lap. Oh, is he? Yes, he has. Oh, as bad as that was, it couldn't have happened in a better place apart from if he'd been a little bit further around. It made it a little bit easier to get in the pits. But yeah, a little bit of a strange incident there. Unfortunately, I can't go back any further. I only put a marker in because I heard noises. This has put Nick up to P11 now. And the gap in front 6.7 seconds. And his last lap an 8.08, so still a couple of seconds slower than the leader. Meanwhile, let's have a look. That gap between P2 and P3 down to just over a second now. Jefferson is coming. He's chasing the 666 car down. The 68 GTSV Endurance team car doing a great job there in P2. Steadily getting into his pace. And building Marco at the front though. Pace-wise seems to be in a league of his own at the moment. We have the next two BMWs. The BMW seems to be a popular choice around here. It is a good car and it does have some good straight line speed as well, but it can also be a little bit tricky to sort of drive. Same as the GTR though, which seems to be another popular car. Stig with that gap well under a second now, 7/10 between himself and the 88 Porsche there. Oh, the Project Revolution guys. And they are now also being handed by the 56 Lexus. Or the Clockwork Motorsport team. Oh, I know, I put a replay up so we do have that crap on the screen again. So, as you can see, it shouldn't be there, but it is. As we see the 56 car making a move on the 88 Porsche. That puts Clockwork Motorsport back up to P7 now. And chasing the 67 car down of the Stig. Are we going to see the 88 car Porsche make a move back? He's having a look around the outside, but the Lexus going, no, that is my line. And the Clockwork Motorsport guys keeping the place. Afternoon, Gert. Thanks for joining us. That gap between P2 and P3 under half a second now. Jefferson well in the slipstream range. But this track not the easiest to pass. Probably our best to do it on the GP circuit before you do get into the Nord, as everything does seem to get a little tighter as soon as you get there. And narrow, and off camber, and bumpy, and everything else that makes it harder to drive. But no, he is going to have to do it on the Nord if he is going to do it this lap. Let's jump on board. We haven't had any board shots for a while, have we? Bit of a strange car on board is this BMW, because it looks like they've just stolen all the dashboard. But we do get a nice view there of the back of the McLaren. RA Nick with a really quick lap the last time round with an 8:03 dead. Good couple of corners there for the McLaren. Gave him a little bit of breathing room, nothing Jefferson could do right now. Jefferson's sitting back a little bit in the 67 car, 68 sorry. But now right on the back end again, is he going to make a move? Not an easy place to make a move, kind of probably more hoping that the ready to race car will make a mistake, but it's highly unlikely with the standard of these guys. But the gap between these guys and the leader nearly 9 seconds. Well, we can see P4, the number 16 car in the background, with the 33 BMW pretty close in contention there. But they have managed to give themselves nearly 6 seconds between themselves and P6, the Stig, who has still got the 88 Porsche all over the back of him. And the 56 Lexus, should I say, that was hiding in the background there. So we have a great battle for P2 and P5, sorry, 6. And with 7, who has managed to get past the Porsche again. Oh, Jefferson has front damage as well. Does seem a little bit of lag there. We've seen a hell of a lot worse, but it is present. He's been running around like this for the last couple of laps now, so I'm pretty sure this battle's not going to go anywhere. We'll just check the P2 place. And the McLaren managed to grab himself a little bit of breathing room. P4 does look like that gap's closing to me. It's down to 2.8 seconds, so we'll keep our eyes on that. And he will be bringing Mike with him in the 33 car. Everyone on personal bests again by the look of it. The Stig still managing to stay at the front of the chasing pack here. In the 67 AMG, as we see the 56 Lexus there going a little bit wide and kicking up a little bit of dirt. We're already on lap 5 of 17. Ooh, as we do see the Lexus getting it all out of shape there in the carousel, but managing to keep the power on and keeping the pressure on the back of that 67 AMG there. But the Stig doing a good job of keeping all these guys behind him. We give Tanner giving a shout out for Tom Soft in P4. He is doing an absolutely fab job because he is closing this gap down, but we can also see that Jefferson has completely closed that second gap down between himself and P2. The ready to race 666 McLaren there, driven by Parolin. It's the first time I've tried to pronounce that name. Jefferson staying nice and close. He's going to stay there till we get to the straight, but that front damage could cost him. So even if he does get past, he probably will get past himself again because of that damage. Or will he be able to pull out and go alongside? So that front damage will cost you a few miles per hour, but the BMW is a quick car in a straight line. But I don't think it will be quick enough with damage. Yeah, really sorry to hear about your power cut, mate. That is awful. The car was looking great as well. As we can see, Jefferson losing the speed down the straight with that damage. Absolutely nothing he can do. He has to make it all back up. On corner exit, as we see Tom Sub really closing that gap up in the 16 car there. Doing a great job there for the TDR design team. So we've got lots of action here. We can see the Steeg has been dumped down to P7 now. As the 56 car does make its way past, but where is the Porsche? Has it gone in the pits? Yep, there he is. Let's get a little bit of information up. Let's see what he's doing, shall we? Yeah, it's gone to a set of softs. And a fuel tank of fuel. And he's away. Good afternoon, Relax Site, and thanks for the nice comments. And yeah, the lobbies are seemingly looking a lot better, especially for us anyway. Whether the drivers are having the same experience, I really hope so. We do have the leader. Well, the 51 CPTL AMG there, with 12.5 seconds now over the ready to race McLaren. The 666 car being expertly driven by Parolin. As we get a nice little view of him through the screen there, hard at work, with Jefferson and Tom Soft all over the back of him now. And Mike is coming to join that party. He doesn't want to be left behind. He's just outside that draft, but as these close up, he should be able to continue reeling them three in. And this will be the battle for second after nearly 6 laps of the Nurburgring 24-hour. Oh, that was all starting to get a little bit tyre squealy there. Oh, we've had a moment and Jefferson has got past. I put a marker in. Let's see what has gone on there. Interesting one. I wouldn't say it was anybody's fault. Jefferson was just there and the ready to race car came across and no real harm done. Only a couple of seconds lost. But the 666 car now does have the 33 car all over its back end. So absolutely no rest for the 666 car. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Can he take it? Well, now we see Tom Soft making a move possibly for P2. As we have got all the info back up again. Oh, you do have to move it. Stupid game. Yes, dynamic weather is on. So I'm sure throughout the 24 hours at some point we will see some rain today. Hopefully some snow, but I know that's not possible, but it would be fun. Let's have a look at Nicky's up to P10 now. I did an 8.22 last time round, so is that including a stop, or has Nick had another moment? Let's have a look. Let's get a little bit of info up, just so I know if he has stopped recently. Sorry to do this up constantly, but yes, it does look like he has put a fresh set of tyres on. So Nick is just going for the how Nick knows best approach. Just go and kill it. Kill the tyres, kill the circuit, kill the lap times, and he normally does that, but the fastest lap at the moment does belong to P3, Mr. Tom Soft, who is right on the back of Jefferson again now. And obviously, with the damage Jefferson is experiencing on the front of his car, that really isn't going to help. And he probably is going to have to concede the pace down the straight, but these four grouping up nicely now for another battle again. Oh, the McLaren getting it all a little bit twitchy there and out of shape in P4. But if Jefferson doing enough here to almost break the toe, which would be really good if he could down the straight, I still don't think it'll be enough with that damage, but if he does get a good exit, he might be okay. But we shall see. We can also see P4 and 5 there, extremely close. The 666 car there must be really feeling the pressure. But what can Mike do? He has dropped back a little bit. Let's hope he can get a bit closer for the straight. Well, not hope. But we do like to have a bit of passing here and there, and hopefully I'll catch it occasionally. We'll keep flicking between these and the two in front. And Mike right on the back of the ready to race McLaren, the 33 M6 of Team MRL, right in the slipstream there, pulling out of the draft. Is he going to have the straight line speed to carry it on? It's looking good. Mike up to P4, and we'll have the inside line for the next corner. But the McLaren tucking in behind, he's going to be in the draft again, but too near the end of the straight, I think. Yeah, and he's even backed off a little bit early. We do see Jefferson in the pits, and he will get that damage sorted also. I'm sure that's not everybody else around him will want to hear. He will be going quicker. Thank you, Philly. Very nice of you. And if you haven't, please give it a like and a subscribe to the channel and the stream, of course. I like to see them thumbs. So we do have Mike into P3 now, and Tom Soft into P2 as Jefferson has now pitted. 51 car well in the lead though with a 16-second gap. But no news as far as I know of a penalty for them yet. So Team TDR 16 BMW in P2 with the 33 car, MRL in P3, and the 666R ready to race car in P4. A little bit more spread out this lap, probably just having a breather, ready to go full on attack next lap, or maybe even pit at the end of this lap. We should be starting to see a little bit of fatigue in the tyres. Thank you, Chronic, I do appreciate it. The 56 Lexus now with breathing room in front and behind, with 6 seconds behind the 666 car. And he's got himself 4.3 in front of the 67 GTSV car driven by the Stig. Well, he's got the second, the 68, the GTSV car. Of Jefferson now he's stopped in P7. A pretty quick stop round here if you're only changing for tyres and maybe a bit of splash of fuel. Only adding around 20 seconds to your lap, probably not even that, actually about 17 seconds. Second to the RA cars. Well, actually it's not an RA car, is it? It's the G-Force racing car. The number 997 Porsche, driven by RA Vines here. In P8. Being closely followed by the 22 car there. Of Full Send, and who's that in P10 just behind him? It's RA Nick for Team RA in 24. Let's have a big shout out to all the guys that have made the liveries for these cars as well. Absolutely fantastic job. Everyone I've seen so far looking fab. Or with the officially RRF numbers on and all that, I do like it. Good job there, guys. Thumbs up, everyone. Welshie now, after that moment between himself and the 56 car. In P11 with that very, very shiny chrome there. But looking nice, the number 44 car. I do like that. Classic Golf colours with that chrome slashed polished aluminium shine. As we know, the car's carbon, so it's not going to be polished aluminium, is it? The 88 Porsche in P12. Or Project Revolution. After his stop has put him down 5.1 seconds behind Welsh. And the 44 McLaren. And last but not least, we do have the DC team, the number 10 car, the GTR, driven by Toro. 1 minute 24 beyond the leader after 7 laps. Oh, we didn't want to see that. Oh, bless him. Not the time to be on stream there. Perhaps a little bit of commentator's curse, who knows? Almost sounded like I could hear my own heartbeat then. Maybe I could. The gap at the front has come down a little bit. It's down to 15 seconds, so Tom's off pushing on hard. Even though Marco's still absolutely smashing it with an 8.02.5 on lap 5 and an 8.04 last time round. But yeah, it does seem to be this lap that's done the damage. That gap come down again to under 15 seconds now. And Mark doing a good job there in third. In the 33 BMW MRL car. Good afternoon, Snatch. Good to see you here, buddy. Did the number 10 car get mechanical damage? I'm not sure. Yes. But just minor. Meanwhile, let's have a look where the action was. Nick made a move on the full send team. The 24 car passing the 22, and he's now all over the back of the 997 Porsche of the G-Force Racing team. We know Nick has not long pitted for a nice fresh set of boots. Oh, as we do see the Porsche there taking the grass cutting line. Will he get a penalty for that? You would think so, but... So we can see the Porsche getting a little bit of air there. And sounding all a bit squealy on them tyres. Pushing very hard indeed. My stream just seems to have started to buffer for some reason. Not sure what is going on there. It is back for me, thank God. Yeah, that's a good point actually, yeah, because I haven't seen a penalty, so yeah. Yep, Nick has got the move done. As we see the full send team make a move as well. But the Porsche coming straight back. That's a lot of places changed in one straight there for the Porsche. And the AMG of the 22 car and the 997 car, but it all got a little bit wrong for the Porsche there. But wow, he done a good job to keep that on the grey stuff. But it does eventually cost him the place, but he's coming straight back at it. A great battle between these two, but you can see it's costing him a lot of time as Nick has now disappeared into the distance. We would have a look how big the gap was, but I'm more interested in this battle. The 22 car is going to have the inside line here, but who's going to be able to get on the power? Oh, and the Porsche, with its excellent traction, managing to get the power down slightly earlier than the AMG, which does have the torque out of the corner, but can't get on the power quite as early, it seems. Fabulous battle by these two. Nick now 15 seconds behind Jefferson as the front lot still haven't pitted. We have the 67 car in P6 with space front and behind. No pressure for him, he can just worry about setting consistent lap times. Seeing if he can make them tyres last. The same as the 56 car. The Clockwork Motorsports team. But he will have that carrot of the P4 ready to race McLaren. Visible in front, only 3.5 seconds up the road. That's dropped quite a bit back from the podium battles now with the BMW of the 33 car for Team MRL. And the TDR design car in P2. And that gap between himself and P1 really come down 10 seconds now. That's 6 seconds in the last 2 laps. That Tom Soft has managed to close down. Let's get back. Vines has managed to get himself a little bit of breathing room over the AMG now. But the gap between himself and PA up to 9.5 seconds. Nick pulling away. Nick finding his paces, even took a second out of Jefferson that lap. And saying we have got a hell of a long way to go, but he only 49 seconds behind the leader, but I think he stopped twice. Well, he has stopped twice now as Nick, and the leader hasn't stopped yet. And Nick currently 2 seconds purple, so we will keep our eye on that fastest lap. But we will go and have a sift through, see if there is any action. As we do see the AMG getting back within slipstream distance of the 997 Porsche, the G-Force Racing guys. Which is pretty much another RA team, isn't it? Let's face it, but yeah. Oh, and wide there by the Porsche again. Allowing the AMG to, and he's going to have dirty tyres possibly for the next corner or so. Which should give the 22 full Sen car a little bit of breathing room. There we can see the closing packet in the background. Of the 44 McLaren and the 88 Porsche. It's looking like it could be a four-way battle anytime soon. Which has been absolutely fantastic to see this race so far. How many battles we have been having that have been multi-way. It hasn't spread out like I expected. Certainly not this stint anyway, but obviously we have got a very, very long way to go. The second of the MRL cars, the 44 McLaren, with its super shiny chrome reflecting, I'm sure, in Vine's mirror. As again we see that Porsche getting air. The Porsche normally great on corner exit, you can get on the power very early, but it does seem a little twitchy around here with these lumps and bumps and off camber corners. Again, that Porsche looking extra twitchy. Trying to exploit that one advantage it does have, and it just puts it more at risk. Whereas the Mercedes and the McLaren looking a hell of a lot more stable than the Porsche. Certainly in the hands of Welshie at End Station Gaming. Absolutely Philip, great race by these, as we do see Mike in the pits in P3. Really interesting to see where he comes out in the comparison to Jefferson. As we can see a few going into the pits further up the field, but they are nearly 3 abreast here as we see the McLaren go from the back to the front. What a move there! That really didn't work out well for the 22 car there, losing 2 positions down the straight. And this has put Jefferson up to P3 and the Stig into P4. We have a GTS P3 and 4. But I don't believe the pig has stopped at all yet. The pig. Sorry, the Stig has stopped yet, so he's doing a very long stint here. And why not nice and consistent times? And it's working for Nick up to P5 now, who has stopped twice. And Mike's right on his tail after his stop. But there, as predicted, what a lap there from Nick, a 7:57.329. Absolutely smashing it there. He's took 4 seconds out of the lead that lap, at least, because it was 49 seconds last time we checked when we said we would check back. It's now down to 45, 44. And Marco's still not stopping, but still doing consistent times, an 8:05 last time round. I mean, that is still some lap. But Tom Soft bringing that gap down, still an 8:03 from himself last time round, and the gap down to 9.7 seconds. Great job here from the number 16 BMW. Jefferson in P3. After the earlier stop, but he will have got his damage repaired now, and he did do an 8:02.2, his quickest lap of the race last time round. And P4 in the 67 AMG, the second of the GTS V cars. Fastest lap of an 8:08. Sure, we can go quicker, but still a very good lap there from the Stig. But he's more of a maestro on tyre conservation. So if he can cut a stop out, he will. We'll have a look at the lap times as well of Mike in P5, a little bit quicker, look, 3 or 4 seconds here and there. And he has got 7.5 seconds between himself and the Stig. Safety car out, safety car out. We have a safety car. Who's the safety car for? But we must have somebody with full damage. I am going to bring up, I'm thinking it may be the McLaren. It's not the McLaren, but we will be going through this. P1 has got damage, but I'm pretty sure that won't be why the safety car is out. We do have Nick with damage as well. I think it may be for multiple car damage. I think we'll see a few people into the pits this lap as well. There we go. There it is. Confirmation. Damage to cars 24 and 51. So we have everyone up to about P7, is it? Not quite. They are nearly there. So this is going to group pretty much everybody in the top 10 up. Well, 11, I think, yeah. And 12, yeah, up to P12. I think this should group everybody. Yep, here they all come. Does bring an interesting aspect to the racing, closing everything back up again. I'm really glad we don't have aggregate timing raced anymore. I used to hate that. So that is up to P12, I think, all grouped up. Oh, not quite. Why is Vine so far away? Oh, because he just stopped, hasn't he? Yes. Of course. So this could work out really good here for P12 Vines, because it will catch up with the back of this group shortly, I think. Because they are before the straight, so... yeah, you see that gap coming down really quickly, so he's right there now already. And a lot of these guys are going to jump into the pits. Or are they? And we'll soon know, because we'll see. Obviously the leader will go into the pits because he'll want to get his damage repaired, the same as P6. As that is the reason the safety car was called. Over two separate incidents. Nice one, Paul. Stint 2, you'll definitely be hearing some really nice noises. But not this time of day for me. I have still got things to do after this stream. But we will get the info off now. We don't need that. Good to see everybody grouped back together again. How far is the last guy away now? He must be pretty close. He is on the back of the group. This has grouped up the whole field. And that's taken a little bit of flow from the race. Obviously we'll get that back as soon as the green light drops. And I think it is everybody going in except Mike. So this is going to put Mike at the front of the field. I'm pretty sure the Porsche will be going up through the order. The 997 Porsche. Is that up to P4 now? No, it's the DC team up to P4 now. The 997 car having gone in after not long pitting, just making the most of the safety car to come in again and fuel up, I suppose. With P1 and P5 at the time, it was having to get their damage fixed as well. That will cost them a couple of places. Absolutely chronic. I will be very happy this evening in the the latter stream. I'm happy now though. As we are on lap 10 of 17. But remember, the guys will come into the pits at the end of lap 16 to do the handover. So there will be a full 6 laps after this lap. But this really mixing things up now. It's worked out. So we will be coming up for a restart any second. Just have a look where zone 2 is. So we are just coming up to the end of Sector 1. So this should be Zone 2 any second now, and we should be go. hazard lights start coming off. And we are go again. What did you miss? Well, you missed 2 cars getting mechanical damage, so the first safety car of an official ERF event. And it has indeed grouped up the entire field. A lot of people have made the most of it and dived into the pits. And it has completely shaken up the order. It's worked out very well for the 33 BMW of Team ERL and the 666 McLaren, which is side by side with that BMW, and not where you want to be side by side, but by pushing hard and keeping the place. The McLaren looking on the outside. Let's put Jefferson up to P4 now as well for the first of the GTS V cars, and the 56 Lexus having a look. Let's hopefully we won't have any incidents with these guys this close. But we also have Toro in P5, who was at the back of the field and 2 minutes behind, and he's now in P5. And he's having a look on the outside of Jefferson. I don't think that's going to work. Absolutely not. See Tom Soft and the 88 Porsche there of Project Revolution, as we see the DC team GTR off again, picking up a little bit of dirty. He's going to have dirty tyres. Can Tom Soft take advantage of that and take the 88 Porsche with him? Everything grouping up behind, but this all working out very well for the 666 guy, who has got himself a second lead now over the 56 Lexus. Jefferson in close contention there in P3 in the 68 GTS V car. The 33 MRL there. BMW M6 as well in contention there in P4. Mike doing a fab job today. Well, what's happened to our leader? What has happened to the 51 car? He's all the way back there in P9, currently behind the Stig in the 67 GTS V car, who's currently alongside the 88 Porsche there, and he gets the move done. Still got his hazards on though. Turn your hazards off, Mr. Stig, please. His mind thoroughly on the racing. Up to P7 now. Distinct Marco back in P9 with the R8 Nick right behind him in the 51 and 24 cars accordingly. But we do have the 997 Porsche and the 22 AMG continuing their battle, but all the way back down in 11 and 12 now. Absolutely brilliant start for the 666, ready to race McLaren there. Oh, and just noticed he's got Eddie on the side there. Little homage to Iron Maiden. So is it ready to race or ready to rock or rock to race? Who knows? I'll just shut up. The 56 Lexus there. The Clockwalk Motorsport team did a great job in P2. Then we see the two BMWs there in 3 and 4. Almost looking like one BMW. But with them both having the draft, it's really hard to get the move done, because as soon as Mike pulls out, he's going to lose the slipstream, and Jefferson will still have it. It's neutralised. Well, this has allowed them to open a little bit of a gap up between themselves and Tom Soft in P5, who's really lost out here, really, because he was in P2 before the safety car. Oh, as we see a road cone go flying in the distance there, that looked pretty fabulous. I'll have a bit more of that. It's slightly better than the physics from GT Sports. If you remember, you hit a road cone, it was the car that went flying and the and not the road cone. Distinct Marco making a move up to P8. Who is it that's lost out? It will be the DC Team GTR, the number 10 car. Which has, by the look of it, made its way towards the back of the group again. Yes, it has. But he's still right on the back of the 22 car, the Full Send Racing guys. So something must have happened to the Full Send team there a little. A bit of an excursion onto the grass maybe. Oh, right, yep, sorry. We are back with the lead. As you see, the McLaren has dropped from P1 to P4. So it must have been a bit of a moment there, a bit of an excursion. Or was it just 4 into 1? But that's allowed Tom Soft to join up with the back of this group as well. And it's all working out very nicely for the Lexus in P1, the 56 car. With its very colourful livery there. They've been very busy with their crayons. And GTSV, the 68 car of Jefferson, now up to P2. But still being hassled by the 33 car driven by Mike. Absolutely fabulous battle this. How far behind are the other guys? I'm quickly going to flick, but I will be straight back. It is 3.1. But we do have Distinct Marco and Nick in that pack, so we shall see if they can close that gap down. Let's have a look at the battle for 4 and 5 there. The McLaren seeming to get a little bit bullied by these huge BMWs. Absolutely Philly. Jefferson doing an absolutely fab job in the 68 BMW. Currently up in P2 and all over the back of P1, but with P3, the 33 car in the BMW as well of Mike. But they have managed to put a little bit of a gap between themselves and P4, but only a couple of tenths. Marco having a look at the Stig. Stig holding his line. But the number 51 car getting the move done, but getting it all on the grass there. The 51 versus the 67 AMG side by side. Great racing by these two. And this allowing Nick to join right on the back of the pack. Oh! That all getting a little bit messy. And costing Nick a little bit of time there, and he's now got the 44 car all over the back of him. Quick check at the front again. All these three have really dropped P4 now. But then we have P4, 5, 6 all together. And right behind that we have this battle for P7 between Marco, the Stig and Nick. Marco looking like he's got a bit of breathing room now. Don't think Nick would have picked up damage then, would he? But he seems to have dropped back quite a bit. Yeah, no damage. We'll see what happened earlier on. It was just a it was just a racing incident by the look of it. Oh, as we come with another big moment from Nick there. We'll have another replay, shall we? Fabulous drift and save though, cracking driving there from Nick, but we did see that he had Walshy all over his back end now in the 44 McLaren. It's all going on now. What's going on out the front? Oh, we have Jefferson in the lead now, we have missed that. Can we catch that back? No, the move is already done. We'll have a look at P2, because we did see Mike was thinking about making a move, but he has dropped back a little bit. Oh, look at that behind as well for 4, 5 and 6. As you see, the 51 AMG making up 2 places there. A good move from Marco. And now all the way back up to P4. Oh, battling for P4. Here's the 51 car. And already alongside. Nearly 3 abreast again into turn 1. But the 51 CPTL car getting the move done. And now back up to P4. Can he make his way back up to the podium places? Well, I'm sure he can, with another 5 laps still to go, including this one, of course. But Jefferson now at nearly a second over P2, the 56 Lexus. The Clockwork Motorsports team, P3, the 33 BMW of MRL. And then we're back to P4, and this crazy battle just behind for now what appears to be P5. Alright, Nick has made his way past GTSV the Stig. The 24 car passes the 67. Can the 33 BMW close that 56 Lexus car down? It is a nice looking car, the Lexus. In my humble opinion, anyway. Right, P4, the CPTL AMG's 6.3 seconds behind P3. We'll keep our eyes on that gap, see if he can make any dent into that, which I'm sure he will. Oh, now we have the 88 Porsche and the 16 BMW trying to get past the 666 ready to race McLaren. And our mate Nick joining the queue at the back in P8. Nick looking to make a move on the 16 TDL design BMW. A little bit of contact there as everything started to bunch up. It's allowing Stig to close in a little bit behind now as these lot battle it out. I'm going to say around the Nurburgring section of this track, it's really not the easiest to pass. Especially when you're all in different cars as well, they are better in certain places, so a lot of the time where you are better, you've already lost the time in the previous sector where your car isn't as good, or even just on the previous corner. Oh, as you see this 666 car getting a little bit wide there. That did cost him a little tenth or two. Trying to keep my eyes on what is going on between 2 and 3 as well. I'll just have a quick check. But not as much as going on here, so we're going to go straight back to the action. Let's jump on board with the 16 car. Oh, are we going to get the move done? We're alongside the Porsche. Headrest getting in the way there. Oh, big moment there. Big moment. Will this be a safety car again? And we do have the second safety car. That was a big moment though. We will have a look at that again. And this will bunch everything back up at the front yet again. I think there will be a lot fewer people coming into the pits this time. Well, in fact, there might be, I reckon a lot will. Let's get the info up to see who did get damaged. We know it was the 88 car. The Project Revolution Porsche. Did seem to run a little bit wide. And we know Nick was behind, so whether he got contacted, yes, he has got mechanical damage as well. And there was nothing he could have done. He was just caught in the trouble there. It did just look like a racing incident. Somebody pushing, getting a wheel on the grass, that's all it takes. And we do have Vines as well with full mechanical damage to that east. Well, not full mechanical damage, but enough. There you go, that is the reason for the safety car. Jefferson did have a 2-second lead at the time, so he may be a little annoyed, but this is the way. It's also the safety car that did give him a helping hand to the front of the field. But while we are having a safety car, I am going to go and grab myself a drink. Obviously not as many going into the pits this time around. Further down the field, we are going the pits. Nick, Stoic and Vines. We'll have a quick look at that incident on the stream. We did put a marker in. Let's see what did happen there. It was just side by side and on the grass, and then nice recovery though. Didn't look like the stick managed to drive through him, so superb. Thank you, the Mew. Very good, very good. The commentary does continue even when I'm not here by you guys. Thank you very much for helping out there. And it's not the sound of happiness, it is just a can of Coke. So we will be ready for a restart any second now. Let's get the info back off the screen because we know everyone's on decent tyres. as the hazards will be off very, very shortly and the race will be underway again. And we are a go. Everyone trying to get their tyres back up to operating temperature. They do drop temperature quite quick in this game. As we see, the Stigger's benefited up to P5. Oh, as we see, Tom Soft very wide there in the background. We'll bang a quick marker in, but I don't think there's any need and no real damage, just very wide and using a lot of grass. This really benefiting the DC team, and Toro again, he's back up to P9 from the back of the field, but as we see the 88 car having a look at the 24 car. Oh no, Nick has made the move round the 10 car for the DC team. That's the RA team back up to P8. Oh, sorry, P9. It's written there right in front of me, so how do you get it wrong? It's Welsh in P8. P3 MRL and the 33 BMW having a look at the 56 Lexus of the Clockwork Motorsport team. And then we see D-Stick Marco on the back of the 67 GTS V car, the two AMGs battling it out. Obviously, are they both the new one? No, I think we have an 18 and a 16 model year there. Oh, or is it 2020 model? I can't remember the new one. It's one of the two, isn't it? But it does look like we have newer versus older there. Oh, very close mid-pack, as we would expect. Absolutely, little Nicky, you wouldn't think it was a 24-hour race packed out like this. And we have the whole field within 8 seconds. Meanwhile, Jefferson now with nearly 2 seconds at the front, doing a great job in the 68 GTS V1 car. Mike has made it past the 56 Lexus and got himself a 1.3 second lead. But then we have 4, 5, 6, 7 as quick as that, and 8 as well. Oh no, 8 is just in the background. As we can see it all going on in this mid-pack here. As Toro did a good job of hanging in there with Nick. The 10 and the 24 cars, the GTRs. It's known where to jump next, because there's just action everywhere. The 67 GTS V car of the Stig seemingly struggling to say, with the 666 ready to race McLaren there. And we stick Marco all over his back in the 51 AMG. Soft doing a really good job in several places. He's been up and down the field as high as P2, and he was there for a long time before the first safety car. Oh, Walshy very wide there in the 44 McLaren. Can Nick capitalise on this? Oh, who was that wide there? It was the 10 car of DC Team. This is allowing the 997 Porsche to make a move as well. And Nick still not managing to capitalise on the 44 McLaren's little issue there on the grass. Through the carousel, still just over a tenth between these two. Oh, we do see the 997 Porsche on the grass there in the background in P11 for Vines, but he gets it off and keeps it on the black stuff, and he's having a little bit of a battle with the 22 at full send. Yet again these two at it, and yet again these two side by side, as we can also see Nick and Walshy. Nick getting the move done, making his way up to P8. Well, they are still side by side actually, and it does look like there's others as well. Oh, and the GTR, the number 10. Well, the DC team powering past the pair of them. The double hole shot. Meanwhile, Nick did lose the place back to Walshy. And McLaren no longer a slouch down the straights, it appears, as we see that Stig and the number 16 BMW this has put the 51 CPTL car up to P5, and Nick has made it past the 44 McLaren as well. So it's all go. Wherever I go, I miss the move. Let's see if we can catch that back, just so we do see an actual overtake. No, we've already missed it, and that's as far back as we can go. Stupid game. And now look, we've got all the blinking things back on the screen. Love you, GT7. Oh, Jefferson at the front, 3.2 second lead. P2, the 33 MRL car driven by Mike, who's got nearly 2 seconds over the 56 Clockwork Motorsports Lexus. The 666 ready to race McLaren in P4, and the 51 AMG in P5, or is it? Was Tom Soft in the 16 BMW? Gets the move done. Seems to be lacking a bit of pace there. Big Marco. It seemed quite easy for Tom Soft to make the move there. Got Nick right on the back of this group now as well. As we see the 88 and the 44 car going side by side as well. And the 88 Porsche getting it done. Walshy going backwards. Stick back to P9 now. What's happened there? Stick going backwards, and Walshy all over the back of him. Stick going defensive. do sound great as they come buzzing past the cars, the AMG and the McLaren. But can Welshie make a move? The Stig making himself rather wide on track. And Marco back down to P7 as well. After having such a big lead before the first safety car, he seems to be struggling here and he's lost a lot of speed. Has he got damage again? Sorry to bring this up, but he seems extremely slow. Yes, he has. So we do have mechanical damage on one car. Let's hope we don't have another safety car though at this point. We've already had enough of them for one stint, I think. It has been nice to group the racing up. Now I'm just going to have a quick flick here, make sure nobody else has got any damage, but no, it does seem to be just the one car. Did have a moment with the Stig and Marco apparently. The damage being on the front end of Marco's car. It's kind of hard. Did he go into the back of the Stig or has it been a touch and a barrier? Who knows? But there's no damage on the Stig's car. But we do know that the Stig did lose a few places in the number 67 car. 68 car of Jefferson doing an absolutely fab job at the front now, 3.8 seconds in front of the 33 car. Team MRL. 56 Lexus in third, has got himself a nice 3-second lead over the 666 McLaren in P4. P5 just behind in the 16 BMW. And Nick closing that gap down now as well to under 2 seconds. In P6 in the 24 GTR. Or the Race Asylum team. The 88 Porsche with a little bit of breathing room over the Stig, who has made his way back past Distinct Marco, who is carrying that damage. And has now got the 44 McLaren all over the back of him. The second of the MRL cars. Toro over a much better stint after the last safety car, keeping himself in P11. With the Full Send Racing AMG in P12. And the 997 Porsche of G-Force Racing all the way at the back now in P13. And 33 seconds beyond the lead, so he's had a big off somewhere. Nick closing right in now. Oh, we've had a bit of a moment from the McLaren there. It's lost a place to Tom Soft. And now he's got the 24 GTR of the Race Asylum team all over the back of him. Yeah, not even really putting up a fight there. As we go through the carousel. I don't think there's any damage on that McLaren. Just knew Nick had the pace, I think. Trying to stay with him, but now he's going to have the 88 Porsche. The company very, very soon. Stig 4.3 seconds behind in the 67 GTSV car. Well, she has got past Distinct Marco now. And so is Toro. That damage really costing the 51 CPTL car. Yeah. Yes, we could see a few safety cars if we do have rain. That'll be very interesting. So Nick 2 seconds behind P4 now. And he's got himself 2 seconds over the 666 car in P6. But the 88 car is coming. He does want a piece of P6. The Project Revolution Porsche there. Well, should we keep managing to keep the number 51 car at bay? Obviously that damage hindering Marco slightly. Probably quite a bit as it is suspension as well. But this allowing the Stig to get himself a little bit of breathing room now, 2.2 seconds in front of this battle for 9th. Tom's doing a good job of keeping Nick at bay, keeping that gap at around 2 seconds. He's got 2 seconds in front and 2 seconds behind pretty much. Ooh, a little bit of a moment there for Tom Soft in the 16 BMW. But hasn't cost him too much. He's still on a personal best. And we know he's done some pretty quick laps already. I think his quickest was an 8:02. Jefferson with 4.1 seconds now over P2, the 33 car. Mike now, the 33 car with a 6-second lead over the 56 Lexus. Who's been closed down to 1.6 seconds now by the 16 BMW driven by Tom Soft. All the TDR design boys. And here comes Nick. Not managing to eat into that gap as quick as you'd expect. But he has got himself 5 seconds now over P6 and the 666 McLaren, but he's got nothing because he has got the 88 Porsche in P7, less than half a second behind him. Let's jump on board with the Porsche. Hopefully we don't cause any commentators curse. It does seem to be getting rather grey overhead. But with only 1 lap to go after this one. I never started the chat party, that's what I haven't done as well. Probably do that very quickly. Just so the stink guy, 2 guys can hear me as well when they do join the lobby, which should be any minute now. Oh, side-by-side action there. Well, the 666 McLaren keeping the Porsche behind him, doing a good job of keeping the 88 Porsche behind him, and to be honest, a nice little battle this. But this is allowing Stig to close the gap. He's took over a second out of them that lap, while these two have been battling it out. And that'd be the second time we'd have thought that Stroke would have been the gunner. He's on the grass again. Please don't do that. Stop it. We don't need heart attacks. And the Stig is bringing the 44 McLaren of Walshy and the Team MRL with him. But these two at it, hammer and tongs. Stroke really wants this place. As we hear the cars thumping over that concrete sectioning. I hate that noise. It just reminds me of the M6 near Birmingham, and it's awful. And he goes round the outside there, the 88 Porsche. Great exit there for the Porsche. You see the front end get a little air there as well. And a really good exit there, and he's managed to get himself half a second as well. Well done, the 88 Porsche and Project Revolution team. Good move. Right, Nick on the back of Tom Soft now. He has managed to close that 2-second gap down. And there in front we can see the Lexus as well. And it's only going to take a slight slip up for the 56 Lexus, currently on the last step of the podium as it stands. But we've still 22 hours to go after this. Nick gets the move done up to P4. And Tom's off straight back in the slipstream. Well, it does look like the GTR has the edge down the straight there. And the BMW not being able to make a comeback. The gap between P3 and 4 currently 2.2 seconds. So let's see if Nick and Tom Soft can close that gap down. The 24 and 16 cars are chasing down the 56 Lexus. But Noir doing a good job in the 56 Lexus for the Clockwork Motorsport boys. He was up and down the field a little bit at the beginning, but since the safety cars, he's always been up toward the front end. That gap down to 1.5 seconds. And he's dropping the 16 BMW off. Here's Nick. He's got 1.1 seconds between 4 and 5 now. But Stoic 10 seconds back, so nothing to worry about there. And he has managed to drop the 666 ready to race McLaren. But the 666 car hasn't managed to drop the Stig. The Stig taken nearly 4 seconds out of him in the last couple of laps. So while the second 67 GTS V car has his eyes set on P7, and he is taking Walshy with him in the 44 McLaren. The 51 AMG all the way back down in P10 now. That damage really costed him. When it's not the first time he's had damage as well. He was involved in the call out of the second safety car. P11 and 12, are they still battling each other? No, it doesn't appear so. They've got a 2-second gap between themselves now, but these two have been at it for pretty much most of the race. But we can see Vines in the background there, so he still wants a piece of it, and I'm sure he is going to chase him down for the remainder of this lap. Let's see if he gets there, shall we? Meanwhile, at the front, we haven't shown him for a bit, but it is Jefferson in the 68 GTS-V car with a 6.3 second lead. Fabulous job this so far from Jefferson. Got damage in the first stint, no fault of his own. And since then, has always been there and thereabouts. Lap 14, look, 8 minutes, 0.6. Excellent lap there from Jefferson. I know Nick did a 7:57, but that's Nick. The MRL 33 BMW there in P2. And again, fab job, another 6.5 seconds back now to Nick, who is up to P3 and past the Lexus. So he's made up 1.5 seconds, got the pass, and made up another 1.5 seconds. Nick now on fire. Tom Soft 1.5 seconds back on 1.8. Can he do anything about it? Can he claw back that 1.8 seconds and make a move for P4? Look, the 56 car will be pushing on and doing everything he can to prevent that. Oh, but we do see the battle for 7 heated up. The Stig really wanting this place. He wants to hand it over in P6. He doesn't want to hand it over in P7. And there we have our guys. For stint 2 have just joined. Good evening. Good afternoon, JeGr.
Good afternoon, sir. How are we?
Very good, thank you. This has been amazing so far. As we see, Stig.
Very aggressive driving. I mean, we are doing 24 hours, right?
Yeah,
Did I miss something here? Yeah, still okay.
Yeah, but we're trying to cram it all into the first 2. That's what we're doing.
Probably. Yeah, so we could have just like 11 boring stints of commentating ahead of us. Yeah, that's totally fine.
No, I'm pretty sure there will be another safety car or 2. The weather looking a little bit iffy as well now. It's all gone very misty.
Yeah.
All gone very misty. Oh, and I can hear me there.
This was on my side. I didn't unmute my laptop here. I didn't have a glimpse.
Is the Stig going to be able to make this move for P6? And now he is being held up slightly because Welsh has joined the back of this. It is now a 3-way battle for P6. And I think this is the only battle we have at the minute. We'll just do a check with Tom Soft. No, he's lost a lot of time. He's got 3.5 seconds between himself and P4 now. So this will be the battle for P7. Even though I said it was P6 a minute ago. No, it is P7. And you got the 2 McLarens and the AMG. The 666 car of Ready to Race, the 67 car of GTS-V, and the 44 car of MRL all going at it on the last lap. How close is Jefferson to the pits? Quite a good way yet. We have pretty much the entirety of this lap.
1.5 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, it's just the back end, isn't it, now in the straight. Got 8.8 seconds his lead over Mike. He's got 2.7 over Nick in third in the 24 GTR. And the 56 Lexus in 4. He's got 2.8 seconds over the 16 BMW in P5. And then we have the battle for P7 still. Still as close as he can be. He might just have to wait to the straight though to get the move done. And will the AMG have the pace? And obviously he has got Welshie behind him who will have the double draft. Can Welshie get close enough? He has lost a little bit of ground there. Jefferson, what's happened? He's run out of fuel. He must have run out of fuel.
So we will get a new leader then?
Yeah, we have Mike in the lead. Jefferson's dropping back to 4th. Maybe even more. He's going to drop back more. Here comes Tomsoft. Oh. He will be absolutely screwing, but we do see P1 into the pits. And it is the 33 car of MRL Mike into the pits first. Nick in P2 now. It's all turned him round. So the first car is in and stopped. And Nick is stopped as well. The 56 car in P3 has also come to a standstill. As we wait for P4, the 16 BMW.
So we have some cars on track. We are having Clarky in the lead. So we are missing the MRL car. Something went wrong during the changeover here, probably. I don't know.
Yeah, it should have been an MRL in first.
Yeah, it is Racer Sullivan first here. Where's MRL?
Oh, it should be the 33 BMW, the Golf liveried.
Yeah, Apex Magnet, yeah, he's running 9th.
Oh, what's happened there?
They messed up the changeover, probably. Something went wrong here.
Jefferson, in the end, stopped in P9. He will be absolutely cursing himself. But the Stig also crossed the line with 0% fuel and dropped to P9, so I think that cost him down the straight as well. Oh, so it's all gone on. But that is everybody in and everybody stopped. Apart from the last one, Toro, who is coming in the pits now. I didn't get the chance to call them out. They were that close. Crazy.
Crazy stuff here, yeah. So, nevertheless, we have now Clarky leading here for number 24.
And that
the Lexus is in P2, 56. And we have the number 17 car Philo. So TDR, they could rejoin, but they are in P3. Is this correct? I have my doubts here, to be honest. They disconnected very early.
Yeah, that does sound strange.
Stewards will have to figure this out for sure. And we have the number 16 BMW running P4. Number 44 McLaren P5. And we have the Porsche 88 P6. Then we have the leader, who should be the leader, 33 BMW in P7 now. Okay, interesting here.
People can't see your stream. I can't see it either.
That is unfortunate. We'll see. Is it not running? Definitely says I'm on air.
Yeah, it's not showing up on the channel. Yeah, nobody can find it.
Oh, come on. Try to restart it again then.
It should show. I've had this when you've changed. I think links and that, it doesn't show up, and then all of a sudden you'd have to do it again, and it does the second time.
Okay, so second try. No, let's hope we can see the race now.
No, still not showing. Oh, yes it is, yes it is, yes it is. There we are.
Now it is.
Yes.
Okay, so sorry for the delay. We had a little bit of technical issues there for a the stream running. So I will go back to the race situation after the driver change. So we have Clarky in the lead for the number 24 Nissan GTR. Then in P2 we see the Lexus number 56. P3 we have the TDR design number 17, the AMG. Still confused that this car is running that high up the order, to be honest. They had a disconnect on race number 1, so we'll see if this is correct in here.
Well, I'm going to end my stream, so thanks everyone for watching part 1, and I'll leave you in the capable hands of JeGr, and good luck with the stream, buddy. Oh, and good luck with your first race.
Thank you. So back to the race situation here, number 4.